Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode 3 of the Sunderland career mode here on FIFA 19. We are top of the table after our first episode of the full season in yesterday's video. 4 wins and a defeat. Annoyingly, the one defeat came in the game that I played in. So, hoping for better fortunes in played league games today. We drew with Brentford yesterday in the Cup, but won on penalty to send us through to the next round of the Carabao Cup, where we face Championship promotion hopefuls Aston Villa at home. So I'll be playing that one again to test myself against a better team. Certainly not hoping to, or not expecting to have such a fun time of things as we did against Brentford in that one. Burton away and Coventry away are going to be the other played games in today's episode, which was Rochdale, Fleetwood and Oxford at home in the league, and also Coventry at home in the Checkatrade Trophy, a competition that we give zero care about whatsoever. But Oxford are in decent form, it seemed there. I think I just glanced as I was glancing back at the screen to see 2 recent 2-goal-to-1 victories. Aidan McGeady doesn't necessarily start the game in the best of fashion with a booking after a minute. We did see Jack Baldwin pick up a red card in the last episode as well, so clearly some ill discipline. He's at it again. Clearly some ill discipline in the Sunderland ranks, but thankfully it hasn't cost us a result yet. Oh my God, Jack Baldwin. Oh my God, Jack Baldwin, he's done it again. This is like his second game back from suspension, and he's got himself sent off again. Jack, mate, what is wrong with you? If this were Football Manager, find a week's wages. Thank you very much. Oh my God, that's his second red card, and we're only at the beginning of October. What on earth is Jack Baldwin up to? 2 red cards in 6 appearances for Jack Baldwin. What is your problem, Jack? What is his aggression? He's only got 61 aggression. Sort your life out. What's he doing? Oh, dear me. Right, Coventry up next in the first round of the Checkatrade Trophy. Will also replace... Bloody hell, Jack Baldwin. Only allowed 5 substitutes for the Checkatrade Trophy because logic. And we're 1-0 down early on through Bakayoko. Oviedo equalises. Though in real life, there's a group stage to the Checkatrade Trophy, including under-23 sides from Premier League teams. In FIFA, that's not replicated because there aren't under-23 sides in FIFA, so I believe it's just a straight knockout tournament. But rather annoyingly, it looks like we're actually going to beat Coventry here. I really don't care about this competition and would have preferred we went out of it. But through to the next round we go, and we'll face Fleetwood Town at the end of the week. Jack Baldwin's back. Carlos Calceida is asking to play some more football, and perhaps we will give him the opportunity in cup games. Maybe I should do that, certainly, to offer him the chance to play more regularly, because... in fact, he's playing this one. Why is McLaughlin? No, he must be on international duty or something. Maguire misses a penalty. Superb, great start. He's in for... Yeah, it must be international duty because McLaughlin, and then Maguire's playing ahead of Aidan McGeady, so it must be an Irish international duty that we've lost them to. Lee Catamol equalises after Burns gave Fleetwood the lead. Is this going to be the first game we haven't won in the league, other than the one that I lost? It might be. The second game that we lose. Madden with the goal, and it is Fleetwood 2, Sunderland 1. We have lost another game in League 1. Charlton are now top of the table. I'm almost glad that we have lost that game. I was starting to be slightly concerned that we might have too easy a season in League 1, but picking up a victory there might give the indication that perhaps we're not as far above the rest as we thought we might be. We've Burton away then as the next game. That'll be the one that we play first. Baldwin back in the starting lineup, as is McGeady. Going to continue with the same starting 11 that got us through against Brentford. I'll put Casada in for the game against Villa in the Cup, for sure. That's coming up after that game against Rochdale. But up next for us is Burton. Burton are an okay side. They did make it... My brain is telling me they did make it to the Championship for one season. Yes, in fact, they spent 2 years in the Championship, and it was only last season that they got relegated. So they're actually a fresh team in League One for this season. Finished 20th in their first year in the Championship and 23rd last season and getting relegated. So they're not to be underestimated, Burton. Where are they in the league as well? They're 7th and chasing the playoffs. Only 2 points off us in 2nd. Good, capable side. Right, this isn't going to be an easy game. In there to Allen. Cross to Harness.
He looks as though the manager's set up
done. Deflected. Decent effort. Well blocked. See what they can do from the corner. Stephen Quinn to deliver it. Eventually, there we go. Whipped in and headed away. No, Daniel with a header, but it's over the bar for Burton Albion. Starting on the front foot, but not able to get themselves in front. It's Honeyman. Griggs in a decent position. He's made a good run too. And across here is Duncan Watmore. Hit that early. Duncan draws a good save out of Collins, the goalkeeper. And Brayford helps that away. Our first chance of the game comes not long after theirs, but neither side have taken the lead yet. It's a lovely ball forward to Harness. And a cross can come in here looking for Akins in the middle. And it very nearly found him. Jack Baldwin in the way. It dropped for Stephen Quinn. And now there has been a goal. Left foot strike. Top right corner. Burton 1, Sunderland 0 in the 11th minute. Akins deflected. Helped that around the corner there with Honeyman. And Catamol will quickly look for Duncan Watmore, who gets it to Grigg, who turns straight into Carl McFadzine. Wonderful. Here's Allen. Cross there to Daniel. Down the line to Allen again. Inside to Akins. Templeton. Oh, it's a good delivery. And Jimmy Dunn has to deal with that. There'll be a corner on the far side. Stephen Quinn, their goal scorer, looking for an assist this time. It's whipped in and well. Jimmy Dunn again, the man underneath it. Fraser quickly into Marvin Harness. I think it's Marvin Harness. David Templeton, that was fancy. Here's Allen. Templeton again. Into the middle and away by Oviedo this time. Still, the pressure is on from the Brewers. Corner from David Templeton. Delivered into the middle. Akins is underneath this. Thankfully, he's headed wide. Should have got that at least on target. If not, gotten them another goal. Fraser. Oh, he's gone for the switch, and it might work wonderfully. David Templeton looking to get in behind 09. It's certainly not just Burton. Every team we've played so far always isolate 09 at right back. Really could do with getting our injured first team right back again, Adam Matthews. Because whilst 09 seemingly has decent stats, he is a weak link in my defensive lineup. And now Burton are 2-0 up through Lucas Akins. Getting out of sight here, I'm going to make a change. I'm starting to think that even though he's higher rated, in played games, Aidan McGeady isn't the answer. I'm going to give Lowe almost a full half here to try and make an impact. A lot more on the counter-attack. Running out of room.
We've had an hour gone here.
Lovely ball, looking for George Honeyman. I've got Jamal Lowe inside if I need him. Honeyman with a turn. What more? Charlie Wyke. Poor finish. Needed to bury that. Templeton. Into the middle. Oh, no. Just couldn't get rid of it. It just fell. And it felt like everybody just looked at it and nobody would actually react. And then he's just run through there, Templeton, and smashed it home. We're getting destroyed by Burton. It was Fraser, sorry, not Templeton, that took it away and finished it. Well, they were a side relegated from a higher division last season, so you would have accepted or expected Burton to be a decent test, but obviously Sunderland came down from the last division. Oh, Jamal's definitely right-footed. The 4-star weak foot, supposedly, but not on that evidence. We would have expected Sunderland to be a decent team this season as well, and so far we are, but I lost to Charlton by a 1-0, and I'm getting hammered by Burton Albion. As things stand, the easiest played game I've had so far was against the team that was in the division above me. So I'm kind of perplexed at the minute as to what the situation is here at Sunderland, but certainly the simulated games, maybe the simulated games are going to change now, because obviously we just got the defeat against Fleetwood. Maybe our form is going to take a hit. We'll play Jamal Lowe in behind. Hopefully he was just onside there. We'll float it in the middle looking for Charlie Wyke. It's actually going to be Honeyman. Wyke ended up on the floor. Exactly what I had in mind. Catamol cross there to Duncan Watmore. Catamol again. Jamal Lowe. Cross looking for Duncan Watmore. Into Lee Catamol. Rocket from the edge. Blocked well by the defender. Burton have had an answer to every question I've posed them. Catamol. Forward to Charlie Wyke. Around the corner there to Power. To send low away again. Certainly felt more aggressive offensively since Jamal Lowe came on. That extra pace certainly makes a difference to our offensive play. Here's Charlie Wyke. A good turn. He's holding everybody off. I'll look for Lowe again. Jamal Lowe straight at the keeper. Anywhere but there. And we at least have a consolation goal and can salvage some of our goal difference. Unfortunately, Jamal Lowe smacks that straight at keeps, and Akins might even set up a fourth. The time is running out. Win that header, please. Well up, Brian. Still could be a fourth, although there's the final whistle. 3-0 defeat away from home against Burton Albion. Not good enough. That's back-to-back defeats in the league now, with the defeat against Fleetwood coming just the week before, and back-to-back defeats in played league games for me as well. 1-0 defeat against Charlton, now a 3-0 defeat against Burton, which sees us plummet from top to 7th. Well, actually, I think we were 2nd prior to that match day, but we were top at the beginning of the month for sure. Please have someone decent for me. 65 to 89. Ugh. We'll wait and see. 66 to 90. That's a definite yes. 60k is valued at 110, maybe at 15 years of age. We'll see what you look like. I'm going to say no at 17. It's still quite low rated for 17. That could be slightly better though. Great job with our youth program. Thanks, mate. We've done that youth objective already. Superb. Let's have a look at those kids actually and see if they're any good. Hughes, 52 rated, Brandon Hughes in the midfield. 79 strength is good. And 75 acceleration too. Doesn't look that agile though. More of a midfield enforcer than anything else. But potential to get up to 89-ish. Which is good news. 66 to 90 for Liam Bennett. 6 foot as a centre-back. Decent physicals. Quite low reactions though, which is frustrating. But potential there too. Harvey Hughes. Again, 6'1", but a right back supposedly. Right backs are meant to be quick. Wing backs are supposed to be quick. But not on FIFA. Wing backs are tall and slow, and centre backs are not as tall and faster. They'd be better off being the other way around. Morgan Turner. I'm not sure about these guys. 63 to 85. I'll actually say no to you then. But we'll wait and see what happens with these three. I'm not overly amazed by any of them, but we'll wait and see. We've got this game against Rochdale actually coming up now. We're going to get Matthews back at right back, which is good news. I certainly need that. 09 has been a weak spot for us defensively, although to be fair, I haven't been good enough defensively throughout, to be fair, so far. But we'll throw Matthews back into the starting lineup. And we'll see what we can do against Rochdale here at home. Back-to-back defeats for us. They've just lost to Gillingham as well. Which side is going to bounce back from defeat and get a victory this time around? Before neither of us, and we end up drawing. Will Grigg with a goal. He's only scored 1 from me in 2 played games. He's missed a penalty here. Max Power with a second, though. Doesn't look like it's going to be Sunderland to get the victory this time around, which is good news for us. We could certainly do with 3 points. I'm not sure what I'm contemplating changing the formation, but I don't think I'll do it just yet. We'll hold off for now. I am certainly, even though McGeady's just given us a 3rd goal there, I am going to start Jamal Lowe ahead of McGeady consistently now. And yeah, and he wants first team football, or he's asking for first team football as it is. So I'm going to give him first team football, and hopefully we can have more of an impact in played games with the extra pace on the left. Because McGeady is good for simulated games because he's higher rated, but in played games he's just not cutting it for me so far, unfortunately. The Venezuelan international manager's job. I wish I could turn off international management. There is absolutely no way in any universe that the manager of Sunderland, 3 months into his first job in football management, would be offered the Venezuelan international manager's role. It's just not the way things work. Anyway, let's go and play Aston Villa and see if we can get ourselves through to the next round of the Carabao Cup. Catamol. There's Max Power. Low on the run and on the move, and we will try and use that run and that movement to create a chance. Cross comes in. Duncan Watmore at the back post, but it's going to drop on the edge here to Lee Catamol. Bit of space. Oh my God, what a strike. If only that had gone in. Tyra Mings is just like, balls to this, I'm getting it away. Chance to regroup. I didn't know Lee Catmull had that in his locker at all. No idea. Honeyman somehow manages to get that to Max Power. Catmull trying to get it back to Max Power. In there to Will Grigg, who spins well. Will Grigg with the attempted finish, well blocked by Twanzebe, the defender. We're on the front foot here. We're seemingly playing better. Uh-oh. Agazi's onside here. Might be a chance for Aston Villa. 1-0. I was about to say, we're seemingly playing better against... Oh, really? We're seemingly playing better against the better teams. Or the teams that are in the league above us. But then caught immediately on the counter-attack. And I just couldn't catch him with anyone. He's just thumped it home. Alright, and where are Ghazi? His second goal of the Carabao Cup so far. And in the 11th minute, which I believe was actually the first minute that Burton scored in as well, we find ourselves 1-0 down. Great. Here's Whelan. Cross in, and Mitrowski with a header. It's comfortably enough saved by McLaughlin. Aston Villa certainly the better team here. This feels more like a Championship versus League One side kind of game. I don't feel like a competitive... No idea whether that's a goal kick or a corner. It's going to be a corner. I don't feel competitive here in the slightest. Not even close to competitive against Aston Villa. This is going to be a really tough second half for us to try and see out and stay in the game and maybe nick an equaliser to send it to pens again. Jamal Lowe, twisting and turning. He's had an okay game. The majority of my play has gone through him in that first half. This first season is going to be a weird one because the played games are clearly quite difficult for me with this side. But the simulated games, because the ratings are slightly higher than the rest of the league, are actually going really well. So we might find that this first season goes better than we might expect with regards to the simulated results kind of carrying me. Whereas by the time next season comes around, if we're somehow able to get promotion thanks to the simulated results artificially boosting our league position, then next year in the Championship, this team isn't going to be good enough for the simulated games, nor am I going to be that good in the play games, despite a little bit of growth in the odd signing or two. So, whilst this season might be slightly frustrating in the fact that we might win more than you might like me to in the simulated games, I do expect next season to be a massive test. Cattermole will find Duncan Watmore here, and we'll pull this back, and Grigg equalises for us. We found a leveller at home against Aston Villa. I think the point still stands though. If we get to the Championship in Season 1, then it's going to be really hard for us to compete to stay up. If we don't manage to get promotion this year, because obviously it's been very tight at the top so far, even though we've had decent results, just that one defeat against Fleetwood after a string of victories saw us drop from the automatic promotion spots out of the playoffs. We might find that even though we are relatively competitive and pretty overpowered in the simulated games, we still might end up not getting promoted this year, thanks to my lack of ability with this team in the played games. So, oh my God, Bjarnason. Aston Villa hit back immediately. What a game this is turning out to be in the second half. Basically, you get the gist of what I'm trying to say. Aston Villa 2, Sunderland 1. Ozzy kicks that against Oviedo and actually works as a better 1-2 than he probably would have gotten from his teammate. Matthews heads that away, and Will Grigg will pick this up. I brought Charlie Wycon up top, and I've brought Will Grigg back into a cam roll to see if we can maybe use Wyke as a target man, and then Grigg can run off from him and try and create some chances. Here, in fact, he is Charlie Wyke, but his touch is so dead that lets the defender back in. 10 minutes to go in this game, and we look like we're going out the Carabao Cup at the third round. El Ghazi could try and set up a chance for a third goal, but unfortunately for him, his striker hasn't been able to bury it, and we're still in the game for the time being. McGinn is on for Villa, though. 8 minutes to go. Still 2-1 down. McGinn. Yedina. Swept ball out to Green. Could go for the 1-2. Nostrowski will find him. And here's Green in the box. Now forcing him wide, though. Good defensive work from Sunderland backline. Inden Gooch needs some runners around me. Adam Matthews is willing and able on the right-hand side, although he's pretty dead stamina-wise. Get it in there to Charlie White. Around the corner looking for Will Grigg. That's going to deflect out here to Marlowe, who's in the box now and could stand this up for a teammate. Charlie White at the back post. Neil Taylor does brilliantly at left back to get back. And that's the final whistle. We're not going to get the chance from the throw-in. We're out of the Carabao Cup in the third round. Villa probably deserved the win, but we certainly held our own in that game, in a game of football with minimal chances in it. Okay, that's fine. We want to concentrate on the league more so this season anyway, but might be nice to get through to the next round and go on a really nice cup run. Right, Coventry City then, the next game, and the final game of the episode. And we're with that win in the previous league game, now back up near the top again. Win against Rossi, it's just a 3-0 win followed by 3-0 defeat followed by a 3-0 win. We've lost against Villa, and now hopefully we can beat Coventry. I have a funny feeling, as you can tell from the league table, might be quite tight all the way to the end of the season. 9 games in and only 3 points separate first from 10th. Competitive, I think, is the name for this league. Up next, Coventry City away. Matthews down the line for Duncan Watmore. Good opportunity this. Just need to make sure I beat this first man, and we could really open up a chance to see Jamal Lowe on the far side. It's going to drop to Max Power, who had the power. Yeah, he did, but not too much direction is right. Oh dear, that's really poorly hooked one. I've got the same reaction as that man in the shirt. Just Makari to Jordi Hiwula. It's the first time we've played against.
The assistant
Hiwula with the throw. Back to Brown. Here's Kelly. Brown again. Into Bakari. Hiwula. Brown. It's good football from Coventry. Good ball in, but Jimmy Dunn heads up rather than away. It's going to be Honeyman challenging underneath this and tried to head that to a teammate, but only found a Coventry man. Jordi Hiwula again forced wide. Trying to get it off them here. It's so difficult. Coventry are playing really nice possession football. It's not the best clearances from Oviedo. I mean, the keeper's going to chase it, but you're not going to get there, mate. I don't know where you're going. It's a corner for Coventry. 7 minutes before half-time. Kelly again to deliver. They've had chances from set pieces so far, Coventry, but on this occasion, as the previous, no goal. Although, Myler might have something to say about that. Ina Bakare with the efforts. Good save by McLaughlin. Another corner. It's the first time I think I've played against David Myler in a game of career mode. Obviously made a name for himself in the streaming and YouTube world, but apparently this referee wants to make a name for himself because he's given a penalty here for the most innocuous of challenges. I just tried to block the shot. There's no foul there. The ball is gone. The guy's just in the air as I've turned to block it, and he's fallen into me. And it is to be David Myler to take the penalty. As we were talking about him in commentary. Oh, David, come on. You're not on stream now. You don't need to show off. You just got to make sure you get the ball in the back of the net for your team, and he hasn't done so. Wow. I'll be honest, I didn't expect a cheeky dinks penalty from him there, but the Panenka doesn't work, and it's going to be 0-0 at the half, even though Coventry had a penalty in stoppage time. Oh, Mr. Myler, come on, mate. Here's Jordi Hiwula. Down the left-hand side. Good block by Adam Matthews. Half an hour to play. Myler going off after taking the piss out of us with the penalty that was saved comfortably by the keeper. He's no longer needed by his Coventry team and taken off the field of play. That was a poor throw. Low to Will Grigg. Aidan McGeady's come on as a substitute here in the second half. I'm playing him at Cam. I brought him on for George Honeyman. McGeady. Catamol to Watmore. A 1-0 lead for Sunderland. It's late, but it might be enough. Sunderland won, Coventry 0 in the 82nd minute. It's not even Duncan Watmore. It's Lyndon Gooch who's come on as a substitute, literally with his first touch of the game to fire us 1-0 in front. He might well have earned himself a starting spot there because I haven't been too impressed with Duncan Watmore so far, but what a finish. That's a great goal, driven hard and low into the far bottom corner. The first goal in a played league game for me. I lost 1-0 against Charlton. I lost 3-0 against Burton. And the other two have been cup games. And we lost against Villa as well without scoring.
Been a great game, and there's still a chance.
Might be enough.
An equaliser
It
here.
might be enough. Are
Very
we
impressive
turning a
support
corner,
for this team.
finding
Only the
who's
team
better
have been
in our
quite
team
so
than the
impressive
others,
themselves.
and
Doing their bit. The
making the
supporters,
right
they really
changes
are.
as we learn more about our side here
It can
to become
transfer
more
onto those
successful
players down on the pitch.
in these played games. It's been a grind so far getting to grips, and getting used to this Sunderland team. They are not very good in their current setup. Certainly need a lot of work. I've been very underwhelmed with Will Grigg, that's for sure. But Lyndon Goots has come off the bench here and set this away game alight. Jamal Lowe, just stay on side and we can play you in. You've got the pace to get away, but we're not going to get the chance to use the pace because the final whistle's gone. 3 points for Sunderland in a played game for the first time. We've done it. It's taken its time in coming, and we only had 3 chances in the game all told. I didn't keep possession well at all either. I'll change the personnel around a little bit for the next episode, and we might consider a change of formation if that doesn't work either. Still top of the table, though, by a point at this stage of the season, but there is still plenty of time to go in the season. Lyndon Goots is one of our more exciting prospects, and, well, I'm certainly going to throw him into the starting lineup now ahead of Duncan Watmore. I'm sorry, Dunk, you've not been good enough in the opening few games. Lyndon Goots is impressing. He's going to go in. Jamal Lowe, I certainly felt better with him starting, but at the same time I don't know whether his pace is going to be more useful off the bench. I'm not sure. We just don't yet have the right blend of players here at the club. His potential's dropped significantly now there, 67 to 85. He might still be worth... By the time he's grown, we're not going to really want to use him. We'll see. We'll see. Brandon Hughes. I'll start training these guys in the next episode. And we'll see what we can do with the youngsters we've scouted so far. But that's going to bring today's episode to a close. We are top of the table by a point. And then, well, there's 5 teams, all on 18 points. It's so tight still, the table. It's silly how tight it is, to be fair. 5 points separate third from, like, 17th. 6 points. Maths. Well, I'm happy with how things are going so far, but there's certainly a lot of room for improvement, especially in the played games. That's all for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know in the comment section what you think I can do tactically to try and change things up. Should I play 2 up top? Should I switch to a more narrow formation? Should I maybe go 5 at the back and use wing backs? I'm not sure at this stage. Nothing really has worked so far with this 4-2-3-1. But we'll try the personnel change first, see if we can make the formation work in the next episode. If not, then we'll think about changing the formation. Thank you very much for watching today, though. Very much appreciate your support on this series, and I'll see you next time.